Austin Butler's upcoming movies, 2022 to 2023. Everyone in the room jumps at the mere mention of Austin Butler. The popular TV actor has garnered the admiration of countless viewers with his stellar acting and good looks. To get where he is today, Butler had to work his way up from small roles as a supporting actor, many of which were overlooked. In today's video, we'll talk about Austin Butler's upcoming 2022 and 2023 projects. Dune Part 2. Despite the hopes of its audience, Dune 2 wasn't always guaranteed to be made. However, not too much time passed between the success of Denis Villeneuve's Dune film, the confirmation of the sequel, and the massive cast list beginning to add names. Dune 2 will bring audiences back to Arrakis to learn the conclusion of Paul Atreides' story, and it will be titled Dune Part 2. Austin Butler's role in Dune Part 2. Fresh off his performance in Elvis, Austin Butler is currently making his way to Dune Part 2. The alum of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has been confirmed to play Fjord Rutha, the villainous nephew of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen and the heir to the Harkonnen Empire. Stellan Skarsgård will play Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. The making of this film has begun. Production on Dune Part 2 was announced by Warner Bros. On July 18th. Filming is currently taking place in Budapest, Hungary, the same location as Part 1 of the movie. The next location for the shoot will be in Italy. Cast of the movie Dune Part 2. With the start of production came the official announcement of both the returning cast members and the new additions to the cast. As expected, Timothée Chalamet reprises his role as Paul Atreides in the sequel, with Zendaya Chani playing a more significant role given the fact that the two characters finally met by the film's conclusion. Additionally, they announced many new cast members. The cast includes Elvis Presley actor Austin Butler in the role of Fjord Rutha, Princess Irulan played by Florence Pugh, Emperor Shaddam IV played by Christopher Walken, and Lady Margot played by Léa Seydoux. Story of the movie. According to the official plot synopsis, the second series of Dune will follow Paul Atreides on his lengthy quest as he teams up with Chani and the Fremen to exact revenge on the plotters responsible for the death of his family. He tries to stop a terrible future that only he can see coming, but it means choosing between the love of his life and the destiny of the known universe. The first film only covered about halfway through Herbert's novel, concluding as Paul and Lady Jessica were being welcomed into the Fremen and on their way to Stilgar's home. Now that House Atreides has been nearly wiped out, it will be Paul's vision of his future coming true as he leads an insurrection against the Empire in the sequel. Villeneuve admitted that he debated whether to end the film after Paul meets the Fremen or after the time jump in the book, but ultimately decided that the latter was the better choice. Release date. After being delayed from its original release date of October 20th, 2023, Dune Part 2 will now arrive in theaters on November 17th, 2023. The delay's cause remains unknown. Unlike the original film, which had a simultaneous theatrical and HBO Max release in the United States, the sequel will probably only be shown in theaters across the country. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet to show us your support. Now let's continue. The Bike Riders. Deadline confirmed on August 4th that Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, and Austin Butler will star together in the upcoming film The Bike Riders. Based on Danny Lyon's 1967 photography book of the same name, Mud director and writer Jeff Nichols is set to helm the film adaptation, per Deadline. Since this is a story about a motorcycle gang, we can assume that the members will dress in extravagant garb as they transition from their community-based origins to their more criminal ones. Filming is set to begin in October, and fans are already looking forward to it because of the cast alone. The plot of the movie. Nichols will write a new screenplay for The Bike Riders because the source material, Lyon's photography book, offered no real storyline, has formed a motorcycle club, and begun to question the accepted values of their close-knit community. Over a decade, the biker gang turns dark when its members transform into something more dangerous, threatening their enemies and the people who helped found the gang. Release date. Since earlier this year, Nichols has been planning The Bike Riders with a target production start date of October 2022. Given the current state of the pipeline, it will likely be quite some time before we learn anything concrete about the film's release schedule or see any trailers or teaser images, but fans' anticipation in the meantime is palpable. Masters of the Air. Austin Butler, Callum Turner, Raph Law, Josh Bolt, and Anthony Boyle are working on the second season of the war drama Masters of the Air, which airs on Apple TV+. The series is a follow-up to Band of Brothers. Release date. No information exists on when Apple TV Plus will debut Masters of the Air. An international premiere is expected to happen in late 2022 or early 2023, depending on how long post-production takes. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more just like this, please consider subscribing for more. We'll see you in the next video with some more interesting facts and stories, and until then, stay tuned.